I'm Scott Peasley, this is Wild Generation, and today we're going over the 4 kinds of people you want to bring on a hike with you. And I brought notes. I went on a hike last weekend with 2 of my friends. It was pouring rain, it was about 36 degrees out, and it was patchy snow from about a foot deep to no snow at all. And we had some great conversations. One of those conversations was about how it was so nice to have people with differing skills on a hike together. So here are the 4 different kinds of people that you want to have on a hike or just out in the wilderness with you. So the first one is the medic. This handsome ginger of a man right here could save me even if a bear attacked me, ate my insides. Hank would track down that bear, gather its feces, and reassemble me back together. I have full confidence that by the end of his intervention, I would have a heartbeat. Now, Hank isn't technically a medic, he's a PA, but anyone with the ability to put you back together is someone you want to have in the wilderness with you. The likelihood that you're going to get injured is significantly higher depending on the risk of activity that you have. The second person you want with you in the wilderness is the beast. This college track athlete would be able to pull me to safety if there was an issue. If I broke my leg, he'd carry me out of the wilderness. If there was a fire in our shelter, he'd drag me to safety. And when I get tired, he'll keep pushing me. Pause for wind. Wind still going. My feet came out from under me when I was walking down an icy hill and I broke my microphone, so I don't have a wind guard right now. All right, and resume. The third person you want with you is the outdoorsman. Now, I'm not a wilderness survivalist. Wilderness survivalist? That doesn't even sound good. I'm not a wilderness survivor. Now, I'm not a wilderness survival expert, but I do know a lot about the wilderness. I know how to get found if I get lost. I know how to set up a shelter and stay warm. I know how to build a fire in a variety of conditions. I know how to build a fire with a lot of different things. I know how to find dry wood when it's wet out. I know how to pick up a salamander who's been stranded in the snow and bring them to safety without injuring their skin from the oils that are on my skin. I know how to build a shelter out of a variety of different things. I know how to build a shelter in a variety of different conditions. I know what you can and can't eat in the woods. So you don't need somebody to be a complete expert, but you do need somebody who's out there who's able to tell you what's safe to do and what's safe not to do, and what is a bad idea. Someone who has experience being outdoors and knows their way around. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a house where we weren't in the house. We were outside like all the time. So most of my experience comes from people who I grew up with and people who were older than me who taught me a lot of my skills. So if you can find a mentor who's a wilderness survival who knows a lot about the outdoors, that's something really great. This person's gonna help you in case you get in a jam. If you get lost or if somebody gets injured and you need to build a fire, they're gonna be able to help you. And the fourth person you wanna bring is a philosopher or a newbie. This person is going to give renewed wonder and perspective on the natural world. In other words, they're the person who's going to make things interesting. Brett here had no idea what we were going to do. All I told him was what he needed to bring with him. And he showed up and was excited to do the activities, even though he had no idea what they were. I just told him we were gonna be outside and where to show up and what to bring. That's the kind of person you wanna bring with you into the woods. They're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. As the sun moves, this tree is like shading half of my face. I could like go like this. See? I need sunglasses on one side now. You need like a John Muir type or just someone who has no idea what they're doing. And everything that they see is gonna be a wonder. It's gonna be something interesting. It's gonna be something new. It's gonna be a perspective that you haven't seen in a long time and you've become jaded to this thing or this idea and you didn't even know it. But now you get to see it through new eyes. It's super cool. Bring a newbie, bring a philosopher in the woods with you. So the next time you go out into the wilderness, bring a medic, bring a beast, bring an outdoorsman, and bring a newbie or a philosopher. That's 4. And you're gonna have a great time. You'll always have something interesting to talk about because you all have different skills. You'll always find new perspectives because you all have different experiences. And you'll appreciate what each person brings with them to the group. If you think I've missed a skill or a kind of person that should be included, write it in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. Obviously, these are all guys, but obviously girls can do all these things too. I don't think my wife would be very happy with me if I spent the day hiking with a bunch of women instead of her. So when we don't go hiking as a family, I go hiking with the guys. Thanks for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing to The Wild Generation and generate the wild within.